Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamita, chapter 10, Adi Leela, text 11. Chare bhai savamshe kare Chaitanya ra seva Gaura Chandra vina nahi jane devi dev. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. These four brothers and their family members were fully engaged in the service of Lord Chaitanya. They knew no other god or goddess. Does anyone remember who are these four brothers? Whose brothers are we speaking about? This is Srivas Pandit. Srivas Pandit, Rama Pandit, and honestly, I forgot the other two brothers' names, but this is the reference to Srivas Pandit and Rama Pandit. And they had two other brothers, and so this entire family was great servants, great devotees of Lord Chaitanya. She and Srivas Pandit, he's an incarnation of Narad Muni, and Rama Pandit is incarnation of Narad Muni's friend Parasara Muni. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has said, Anya Deva Shraya Nai Tomare Kahinu Bhai E Bhakti Paramakarana. If one wants to become a pure staunch devotee, one should not take shelter of any of the demigods or goddesses. So Srila Narottam Das Thakur, a great acharya, has written wonderful bhajans, and so many bhajans and kirtans are read every day. Even the Guru Vandana, the Guru Puja Arti, is written by Narottam Das Thakur. Right? Yeah. And so what is he saying? That if we actually want to become a pure devotee, we should take complete shelter of Krishna, not of any other demigod or goddess. You know what happens? Why? Because we have too many material desires. It's very difficult for us not to have material desires. So when we go to demigod or goddess, then we may approach them, sure, for devotional service, but gradually, we will again start asking them for material desires because it's very deep rooted in us. But when we come to Krishna, then gradually, our desires, material desires, get reduced. Krishna reduces that. He cleans our heart. When we take shelter of Krishna, our heart gets clean, the contamination goes away. Foolish Mayavadi says that worshipping demigods is as good as worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but that is not a fact. This philosophy misleads people to atheism. One who has no idea what God actually is thinks that any form he imagines or any rascal he accepts can be God. This acceptance of cheap gods or incarnations of God is actually atheism. So Prabhupada is explaining to us, we may say, oh, sab ek hai, kisko bhi pray karo, sab ek hai, but this is actually atheism. We may say, oh, you pray to any demigod, Lord Shiva, Lord Chandra, Lord Surya, Lord Brahma, or Durga Devi, or Ganesh, everyone is one. Everyone is God. But why is this atheism? This is actually atheism because denying the existence of God. God exists, not that everyone can become God or everyone is God. No, only God is God. And He exists. By saying everyone is God, we are actually killing God. We think God does not exist. So it is to be concluded, therefore, that those who worship demigods or self-proclaimed incarnations of God are all atheists. There are some people who claim themselves, I am God, or they tell their disciples to call them God. But these are not real. This is not God. Only Krishna is God. Sure, God has many names. Allah, Lord, Different faiths address him differently, but only he is God. Not that anyone can become God. Not that one day we will, when we get liberated, when we give up our misidentification with the body, when we give up our false ego, we will think, we will understand we are God. No, we are not God. That is atheism. Only God is God. They have lost their knowledge as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 text 20. Kamestester hritagyana prapadyante anya devataha. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods. Unfortunately, those who do not cultivate Krishna consciousness and do not properly understand the Vedic knowledge accept any rascal to be an incarnation of God. And they are of the opinion that one can become an incarnation simply by worshipping a demigod. So there is so much confusion in people's minds because of lack of knowledge, lack of understanding the truth. We take so much trouble to find out. We want to buy something. We do so much research. If we want to buy something valuable, we want to send our kids to a good university. So much research we do. But whereas when it comes to spiritual knowledge, to spirituality, we are willing to listen from anyone and everyone. Chalta hai. This one is talking. Something seems like spiritual. Must be good. Must be good. There we don't use our discretion, but actually that's the place we should put the maximum discretion. We should actually try to hear proper Vedic knowledge and understand it. So hear it from the proper sources. Try to understand, who is this person that I'm listening to? What is his authority? Should I even be listening to him or her or no? Where has he learned his Vedic knowledge from? When we are going to a doctor, we do a proper checkup. We properly do some, what is that? Um, Research. Which doctor am I going to? Who am I going to let him treat me or my dear one? Just anyone who has no doctor's certificate, who speaks something of medicine, some seems to be a doctor. Let me see. Other people are saying, yeah, yeah, sometimes he cures people. And so let me see, or will we really try to go to a professional who has studied, who has practiced, who is a certified doctor? So we do so much research in other spheres, but where it's come to spirituality, okay, never mind. Everyone, I will listen to everyone. That's what we need to do, proper research, even when we are hearing about. That's the maximum we should do the research. Who am I hearing from? Is this really spiritual knowledge that am I hearing, or is it somebody's imagination, somebody's mental concoction? The philosophical hodgepodge exists under the name of the Hindu religion, but the Krishna consciousness movement does not approve of it. Indeed, we strongly condemn it. Such worship of demigods and so-called incarnations of God should never be confused with the pure Krishna consciousness movement. Yeah, in the name of Hinduism, we say everything is acceptable, whatever everyone is saying is right. But that is just, we are not taking responsibility. We are being lazy. Yeah, we are being lazy in an area where we should be the most vigilant. Who am I hearing from? What is this person speaking? Where did he hear the knowledge from? Is he authorized to speak? Is he authorized to speak? A doctor, he's gotten an authority. We go to an authorized doctor. So similarly, we should also find out, who is this person speaking? Not that somebody is famous. Nowadays, there's so many people who are famous on internet or social media, but just because they're famous does not make them authorized. You should hear from someone who's authorized. Any questions or comments? No, then we'll stop here for today. Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.